Okay, Rick, here we go. Sorry for the noise. Some days things are louder than others. I'll do my best here for you. In any case, here we go. 6138, 3000. The much rarer teal blue dial. Super cool. Got your hands here, and you got your watch here, and you got the tape here, and the crown that it's coming out is here. But gosh, the rest of it is just beautiful. This is a really nice watch, actually. I'm very much looking forward to figuring out what the heck is going on here. So I guess might as well do it. Let's do the Okay, I had some confusion on my part because it's been so long. And again, I thank you so much for your patience. I had to clarify and make sure what I was doing. I had a horrible moment where I thought you had actually sent this in just to have the crown corrected. And by the way, the problem was the sliding pinion was sideways. And in order to deal with that, you have to rip apart the front, which I've already done. And so I did that. Then I found your old email where you said you're sending this in for service, which is good because it needs service. But I'm glad we're on the same page, and I can go ahead and start ripping this thing apart. Well, I already have. The front is completely apart. By the way, the bracelet for this is not only really, really nice, but it's a Stellux, but it's a Stellux variant I have not seen before. It's not actually. It's definitely a Stellux, but the fold is not marked Stellux. And the only markings in it is 1033 all stainless steel. I'm not sure what's up with that, but that's pretty neat. But it's definitely a Stellux, so I'm not worried about that. But it's not one I've seen before. So I've already done a good amount of the basic work. At this point, it's just ripping the rest of it apart. It's definitely a runner. It was a runner, though of course having the winding pinion in the wrong place doesn't help. Well, the train works. Tell you that. Okay, well, don't need to test that. It's definitely running. All right, well, let's keep ripping. That screw is loose. So was that one. Very loose. It wasn't even tight. Looks pretty good. Ports are pretty decent. It's been reset a few times. You start to see that little shelf get pushed up from where the reset hits. There's your hammer spring. And your hammer. And your minute counter wheel. How's that look? That looks okay. I'll check it again. Those you always have to be careful with, because you never know when they're going to come apart. It's got the pretty typical hazing going on. Okay. Pull off the operating levers. Come on. There we go. forgot. Let's get this little one too. There we go. Okay, let's get all that stuff off of there. A little bit of grossness. I've certainly seen worse. God, it's ridiculous. The loudest washer and dryer on the planet. I'm not even that close to them. It's like they put in extra work to make them even louder than they normally would be. Made in America. I'm all for buying American, but man. Get out. Okay. Yep. This watch is original. Watch was never touched. Yeah, absolutely. You can see the little dried halos of long vanished lubrication on those jewels. All gone. Long gone. Gone, gone. There it is, the Holy of Holies, 888611. And the wheel is good. That's great. Always nice to see. Never want to take anything for granted. Well, so far the only thing I've seen that was really worn or dirty even is this mainspring barrel. The rest of it looks pretty darn good. Because that old dried grease is there. Okay. Okay, well, let's run it through the cleaner. Okay, and we're out of the cleaner. So far, everything's looking good. I haven't found anything funky or broken. Everything's clean. Somebody did work on this at a certain point. There's a point right there. That's a little trick to try to change the angle on the center wheel bridge, or cock rather. So, nothing to do it but to do it. Okay, it is sometime later, as I'm sure you can guess. I am in the process now of, ow, damn it, finishing up this stuff. The front end is all together, and now really it comes the fun part. And I know everybody likes fun. Fun things are fun. Okay. Nice and clean and shiny. And always the most critical thing. The thing that is terrible, terrible to forget. And that, of course, is that gear that is not where it ought to be. There we go. Without that, without this little intermediary gear, the manual winding doesn't work. So if you forget that and you assemble it, you can do that. All of a sudden you realize your manual winding doesn't work and you've got to rip the watch apart again. And believe me, that's not a good feeling. Not at all. Here's the other parts. one intermediary, and there's the other one. This little intermediary here, this one is that takes the brunt of the force for lots and lots and lots and lots of hand winding. So these 6138s are primarily automatics with an option for a little bit of hand winding. You just don't want to go nuts with them. You simply don't. I mean, I haven't seen too much damage before, but let's see. Alrighty. All right. Okay. This is always fun. You got to get these bits coordinated. Ready then, hang on. Okay, we really are on the home stretch for this, which is good, because I'm pretty much the end of this day. You know, you guys out there in TV land don't see all the other things that are going on, but it takes far longer than you'd imagine to get something like this done correctly. Even incorrectly, it takes time. Why are you acting funny? What's going on there? Acting a little odd. Got to make sure that everything's meshed the way that it ought to be. Always want to keep checking that you got free running going on. That's really important. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, hang on just 1 second for me. Coming in on the home stretch. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boopy-doopy-doo. Oh, I'm a dingleberry. Wrong screw, Junior. We got our mainspring going on here. The orneriness of inanimate objects. Okay, we can Let's see what we've got free running. Hey, your stem's a little bent. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Okay, we got all that stuff happening now. I didn't even put a lot of power in this thing and it's still running. It's always nice. Okay, operating levers. Operating levers. There's that one. Let's do the other one. Okay, there that is. That screw. Speaking of screws. All right. This should not be this hard. Oh, I grabbed that wrong screw again. You see, I do my parts in stages, and that way I never mix things up. So I always keep everything from, like, say, the winding assembly with the winding assembly, and stuff with the chronograph bridge with the chronograph bridge. This screw, that is for the winding weight. And so it keeps ending up in the wrong place. It shouldn't be there. Okay. We got the upper stages of the chronograph bridge. Alrighty. Gosh darn it, I've got to stop saying that. Terrible habit. I'm not a fan of the mask or any of that other junk, so I don't know why I keep saying it. There's the operating lever spring. Here is our handy dandy hammer. We gotta get to the point. You have less movement and more torque, you need a grease. That's the way it goes. More movement, less torque, you gotta get your oils. Oil's good to go. Okay. Aha. There we go. Hammer spring. kind of went this backwards. That's no fun. Why would you stop it? Yeah, normally I'm supposed to catch that stuff first, and I didn't do it. Ah, but that's okay. All's well that ends well. Let's see now. There we go. I'm silly. I never make that mistake. Except, of course, right now when I'm on camera. So let's now look at the chrono bridge. That is our next most important thing. Chrono bridge. Chrono bridge. I just got an email, man. Chrono bridge. Very critical. Little teeny tiny pieces of lubrication. Not a lot. Not a lot. Ugh, end of the day, end of the day. Righty then. Gosh darn it, I said it again. I need to have an electric shock collar. Every time I say that, I need to get zapped. It'll be interesting to see if I can pull this off without being right on top of it. I might have to pause. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Okay, well this thing is almost out of power. Good thing it's the end of the day, because otherwise I'd be in Dutch. So the train is free running. Darn it. Train is free running. It looks good in both conditions. Sorry, I'm worried about my phone. I don't want to run out of power. There we go. But I want to be able to do this so we can drop the balance and get that payoff, which is always nice. Make sure the balance is flicking. Yes, it is. And there's that down. Let's prime us full power. Okay, so now let's get it done. Let's get it clicking. Okay. Behold, it lives. Okay, my phone's out of power. Gotta stop. Okay, I needed to go back in. This is probably why you were fiddling with the crown and the stem in the first place. This is your set lever with wheel. Yours is bad, and it was skipping all over the place. So, I had to go back in. It's pretty late now. I really wanted to get this done, but in the sense of together and running, but and I've done that. It is now together and running, and I can let this thing run in overnight now that I've gotten the setting lever issue put to bed. Okay, well now I'm going to go upstairs and have what's left of my night. Whew. Okay, it is our next day, sort of the close of the day. We got some good stuff going on, and I'm going to cap it up. Okay, let me do the final act. Let's bolt it together. And there we go. That's a super nice watch. That's a super, super nice watch. This bracelet is just awesome. Yeah, it's Stellux, and it's in really nice condition, but it's really interesting that it doesn't have Stellux branding inside the clasp. I have no idea why. These blues are really cool. I'm starting to think that they're maybe even better than the blacks. That's a nice watch. That is a nice, nice watch. All together now. Come on. Always a little ginger. There we go. Look at that, huh? Okay, so now you've got two bad parts. You had a bad pawl lever and a bad select lever with wheel. There were no seals on the... Basically, it had to have a case rebuild. It's got all new seals. I hand cleaned the case. I went through and I serviced, obviously. That's a really nice watch. That's really nice. I need to start looking for one like that. That's awesome. Okay, thank you again. And also, by the way, thank you so much for your patience. I cannot thank you enough. It means so much to me that you've been so good and so patient, and I wish there was... I'm just excited about getting this back to you. It's going to be great. Okay, thank you so much.